This thing is so tight, I can feel my pulse throughout my whole body.
It is the 15-Minute Morning Show podcast. We're back. Vacation is over.
Bitches.
Damn it. I wanted one more day. Anyway, Froggy's in the room along with Gandhi and Straight Nate. There's Scotty B drinking down a shot of something.
Yeah.
There's Scary and there's Danielle. Brody sitting in front of Norwegian Bliss. And I see Garrett. Garrett's here. Hey, Garrett.
Hello.
I will tell you, if you heard today's show, we kept teasing Danielle's coming up next with her last report of the day. We never got to it. We kept putting her off.
That's okay.
It's not okay. It's why you're here.
But we get busy, and so, if one or two get skipped.
Do you secretly get happy that we miss it? Like, oh,
no,
God,
sometimes I don't even remember. Like, sometimes, you'll go, did we do the report? And I'll go, I don't know.
As a matter of fact, we didn't.
But there was one story I wanted to talk about that I just...
Okay, what was that?
So the axe from The Shining, you know at the end of The Shining where Jack Nicholson, he tries to break through the wooden door and he says, here's Johnny. Yeah. Well, that axe is going up for auction, and they're saying it's going to go for like $100,000. Oh my God. And is it wrong that I want that?
No, it's not, that'd be a cool thing to have.
Right? That's like the coolest thing. So it's going to the Rock and Roll Auction House, I think.
You would pay $100,000.
No, I'm not saying I would.
Like,
I'm just saying I would
like
it.
What would you pay for it?
Oh, I don't know. It's not a lot. Could you
I don't
imagine?
think
Look what I got, honey.
She didn't say she's going to do it.
Yeah,
she just said it'd be cool to have it.
Yeah,
it's just, in the grand scheme of things, it's an axe. There's nothing special about it.
It was the actual axe
that
he
it
has
intrinsic value.
I would love that thing.
Well, I get that, but I saw last night they're putting Kurt Cobain's green guitar from the Smells Like Teen Spirit video on sale. That I would want to own.
See, the green sweater would be cool to own. That green sweater he wore all the time.
Oh, well, the other day, Alex wakes me up and says, look at this on eBay. What is this? It's an original Bob Ross painting.
I would love that.
Were there pretty little trees and fluffy clouds in it?
Yeah, no, they were asking like $80,000 for it.
Oh, my God.
So when does it arrive?
I'm like, what do we... I said, I don't know why you woke me up for this. And secondly, why'd you wake me up for this? I don't know.
I'm not going to lie.
If you loved him, I suppose you'd get it.
A couple of years ago, our friend David Katz came in with a guest who was, I guess, a relative of Norton from the Honeymooners.
It was a son.
And the son of Norton.
Art Carney.
Art Carney.
Art Carney, yes.
Art Carney Jr., whoever. So he brought the hat that Norton wore in every episode of the Honeymooners, the original hat. It was battered and tattered, but we all got to try it on. He allowed us to take pictures with it. I'm like, oh my God! I was freaking the fuck out. Cool. Because it's such an iconic image and thing you've seen everywhere. So yeah, I can understand the axe thing, Danielle.
So these things in and of themselves have no value unless you apply the history.
Right, the intrinsic value.
You know what I would love is Elvis's microphone from Die Hard with a Vengeance, where he panics the entire city of New York.
Where is that microphone now?
It's WNEW has that somewhere. Anyway, so that the axe from The Shining. I wouldn't mind that in my collection, but I'm not going to pay $100,000 for it.
No, if you remember the final touchdown that Tom Brady supposedly threw last year, the ball went on auction for $500 and some odd $1,000. They gave the guy his money back because Brady's obviously coming back to play again. So they gave him his money back because that ball means nothing now that he's going to play again.
Well, not for anything. Brady should have given him money for that ball.
They
and said, dude,
nullified.
I just screwed you. Here's your money.
I saw Brady gave him some Bitcoin or something. Brady gave him something, but then they nullified and gave him his money back as if the auction ever even happened because that ball means nothing more than any other ball.
Okay.
That was nice of Brady to give him imaginary money.
It's all how you position it, though, because that guy can now say that was the last ball before Brady retired, then he unretired, touchdown pass. You know what I mean? Like, there's a way to position it that he could still make some money
have some cash value.
Yeah, it's worth $25,000, but it's not worth $500,000.
Right.
I think today's on the show, I enjoyed talking about little children that brought dildos and alcohol to class.
That's awesome.
That was fun to talk about. Any other favorite moments from the show you want to discuss?
I liked when we all talked about our trips. That was nice.
Yeah.
Nice to see what everybody did.
It was great to hear everyone's stories.
Yeah.
I like when you corrected me for the way that I say Easter egg hunt. I don't understand why you have a problem with that.
Easter egg hunt.
Right.
You guys never asked me what my story was.
Oh, Scotty, what's your story?
Yeah.
What's your word? What was your word?
One word describes your vacation last week.
Worked.
Okay, maybe that's why we didn't give a flying.
You did, Scotty. But that means you'll get a week off, another week,
no,
right?
it doesn't.
No?
No, that's fine.
I don't understand. What do you mean? You've been doing this all these years, and we've been taking off more time than you?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
But you need to get a better agent.
Yeah, why is this happening this way?
I don't know.
understand.
We'll talk after the show.
Oh, dear God.
Oh boy.
Scotty called me last week during vacation with something business related, and I have to be honest, I didn't answer the phone. I was up on the hot tub.
That's Nate's department, not mine, so feel free.
Yeah, that's where I learned it from.
Brody went to Mets opening day. And,
how was it?
Was it the first baseball game you've seen in a couple of years?
Oh,
right?
yeah, 3 years since I've been to a baseball game. And it was great.
Did they win that day?
They did win,
they did.
10-1, I believe, or 10-3, 10-3. It was great. Scary wasn't there, so everyone was like, "Where's your other half? Where's your baseball boyfriend?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, he's at a beach somewhere." So I made up for it. I ate everything in the stadium on Scary's behalf.
They got a lot of cool things at that ballpark, too.
Really good food at Citi Field. So thank you, Mets.
Also, you went to see Take Me Out on Broadway.
Yeah. So
were the actors they flashed their wieners?
They did. So it's a show about baseball, but one of the characters comes out as gay, and it's all about the ramifications of that. Hilarious play, and if you like baseball, even better. But at one point, 9 or 10 of them, there's showers, like they lower down like shower heads, and they shower on stage, and they're soaping up and lathering up and everything. They lather up everything, and they're matter of factly going about the show, and they're acting and they're talking as they're lathering up their hoo-has, their private parts. It's a little distracting for about 10 seconds, and then you realize how great the play is. But I was sitting there with my wife, and I'm comparing myself to the shortstop and the catcher. I'm like, oh, I can hang with those guys, but I cannot hang with Jesse Williams from ER.
The pitcher? Was he the pitcher?
No, he's an outfielder.
No,
ladies,
apparently he's saying he has a large penis.
Oh my God! Yeah, if you're a fan of Jesse Williams, you'll be more of a fan of Jesse Williams.
Were you trying to come?
Grey's Anatomy.
Were you trying to tell your wife that they don't come that big normally? They're usually not that large.
I did say, I go, that's not real. That must be like a stage thing.
So I have a question about that then.
Yeah.
Was it necessary to have the nudity there?
Yes.
Would it have been as good without it? Was it gratuitous?
I'll answer that, and then if Elvis can answer, because he's also seen the show. I didn't think it was gratuitous.
Gratuitous?
Gratuitous. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. It was part of. It was important to the. It was important. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was.
It's an important part of the storyline. Keep in mind, part of the storyline is one of the players comes out as gay. So. Right? So
Got it. So one of the guys who's a little more closed-minded is like, I know you're staring at me. And he's like, I'm making eye contact with you. I've never looked at you. I never will look at you. You're not my type. And it's the awkwardness of now a guy that's been on the team that they've loved and they've been best friends with now is gay. And how does it change the dynamic, even though he hasn't changed at all?
Gandhi, what are you doing?
I didn't fall off the chair. So I always sit here with my foot propped up on the trash can, and I scooted a little, and my whole foot went into the trash can, and it tipped over. So that's what happened in the middle of your very touching story about coming out of the closet and the Broadway play.
Jesse Tyler Ferguson, if you love them on Modern Family, he's fantastic, and thankfully not naked in the show.
Yeah, he wasn't. He plays the part of a guy.
Wouldn't mind seeing
He has a no nudity clause.
Garrett would like to see him naked. Okay.
Can you imagine being an actor and they say, okay, we love you for this role, but you're going to have to be totally nude on stage every single performance.
One of the most famous plays of all time, Hair. A woman had to bear all in that play.
No,
and when Hair originally came out, they all had a lot of hair.
Oh, they did?
A lot.
Oh, wow.
Back
And you
in the
saw
day,
upstairs, you saw downstairs? Hair, there, everywhere?
We saw I forget the name of the play. We saw it in England starring
Equius?
Yes, Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, yes.
So we saw Harry Potter naked on stage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't it weirder, Elvis, when it's a celebrity you know? I found that was the part that made it weirder. Like, I didn't care about the other guys that were naked, but the two guys I've watched for years on television, I felt like I was violating something by seeing them. Is it weird?
I didn't find it weirder. I found it interesting because this person, you think you know a little about him, and now you know a lot about him. But you know who else I saw on stage nude was Johnny Galecki? Is that his name?
Yeah. Oh, from the Big Bang Theory?
So was it a Big Bang Theory or no?
No, it was massive. I was like, oh my God, that kid's got a big old honker.
Didn't we see Leah Michelle too in Spring Awakening?
Yes, we did.
Oh.
And Daniel did we tell you?
You just said that, yeah.
And we saw
Where were you when we told that story?
I pulled a scary, I'm sorry.
You did. You listened
What's
to
that,
Howard.
Danielle?
We actually saw, I think, Leah Michelle in Spring Awakening before we even knew her. Like, knew her. We saw her, and who was she with? And remember, he was spitting on her because...
They were spinning.
They talk so close to each other in the show and sing so close. He was spitting all over her. They're best friends in real life. What the heck's his name?
Jonathan Groff?
Yeah, is that his name? And all I kept thinking was, oh, he is all over her.
I'm trying to find out. I think the name of that play with Johnny Galecki was Over the Moon, something like that. He plays a male prostitute, a gay prostitute. There is that. So anyway,
wasn't there a show with all naked men? Naked men singing? Was that
Puppetry of the
Naked
Penis?
Men Singing?
Puppetry of the Penis.
And Puppetry of the Penis.
Yes.
Well, no, the Naked Men Singing group came to our show.
Yeah, they were
Yes,
called
they did.
Naked Men Singing or something.
Yes.
Oh,
There's a
yes.
naked magic show, too.
They did magic?
They do magic, but
let
naked.
me make this disappear.
Watch me pull a rabbit out of my way in a minute. By the way, if I could just say, I wasn't saying
Watch, I can
Jesse...
saw it in half. I'm sorry, what's that, Brody?
I wasn't saying Jesse Tyler Ferguson wasn't attractive. It's just I know him as a comedic actor, and he's very funny, and I would not look at him the same way, and that's why I didn't want to see him naked, not because he's unattractive. I just, as a comedic
We were all
actor,
very upset at how you said that.
Very
I
upset.
just don't want any Jesse Tyler Ferguson, the Fergies.
Don't add him.
The Fergies hit me up on with the comment section.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
How we doing on time, Frog?
You got a minute and a half left. You're good.
You know, I did
Let's
do
get
two
out of here.
exciting things while you guys were looking at penises. I went to the Slew Moo Institute here in the city. It's a slime museum. If you have a tween or something, it's a slime thing. So I got to do that. That was loads of fun. And then the next day, I went to the My Little Pony World Party Day at United Skates of America. So, you know, I was hanging with My Little Pony while roller skating.
Is that what's under the desk over there? There's some My Little there's some My Little Pony toy. Yeah.
So you guys were doing all this penis stuff, and I was with My Little Pony. And
You forgot to preface, you did those with your kids.
Yeah.
You just didn't go by yourself.
That's true. It would have been much creepier if I went alone.
Hey, why don't you take them to see the show I went to see, and then they can see all the little ponies.
Okay.
What are you doing to that little My Little Pony under the desk?
Right.
Someone's a brony.
It's a onesie and a figurine.
Okay.
Put it on.
Brought it to work.
Did anybody watch any movies on their like trips on the plane like that you would
I
never?
did.
So I
I
would
did too.
never, ever have watched The Accountant with Ben Affleck from 2016. I watched it on the plane.
Great movie.
Such a great movie.
Great movie.
I love that movie. So if you've never seen The Accountant, Ben Affleck, you should watch it.
So I had the option to see Spider-Man, and I was like, I really want to watch Ghostbusters Afterlife again. So I ended up watching Ghostbusters Afterlife again.
Both good movies.
Yeah. I watched King Richard. Pretty good. I wanted more.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
did your
Did that movie slap?
I mean,
Did it wrong?
do you think
Too soon.
do you think his performance was? Did you see it differently because of what happened at the Oscars?
No, I didn't see it differently because of what happened at the Oscars. And I will also say I didn't watch any of the other films or actors who were nominated, but it didn't strike me as like, oh my gosh, this is the most moving performance
Did you
ever.
just say strike in the same?
I did. The story itself is like, it's a beautiful story. So I think that maybe it got a little more attention because of how great the story is. But, you know.
I can't get it on.
What are you doing?
Oh my God, Scotty.
Scotty Brony.
I can't zipper it. I'm too
Please
small.
try.
My Little Brony.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
You got it.
Yay!
It says adult large.
I think you're in the extra large zone right now.
Wow,
This
that
is
looks
weird.
comfortable.
Daddy is so cute.
Go to a
I
furry
watched a
convention.
movie called El Angel.
Oh,
What's that?
What is that about?
It's a foreign film about this kid who goes out and murders people. It was actually really. It was real. Look it up. El Angel. I'll wait.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, was it Blood Alley?
No, the one with Kate Blanchett and
Yes, I saw that.
yeah, Nightmare Alley. Nightmare
Yes,
Alley.
Nightmare Alley. I thought that was pretty good, actually. So great, I couldn't remember the name.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm 20 minutes into it.
This thing is so tight. I feel
You've only got about 7 more years before you finish.
Looks like Scotty B found his Halloween costume.
This thing is so tight, I can feel my pulse throughout my whole body.
You look handsome.
Oh, thanks.
So cute.
All right, let's get out of here. Have a beautiful day. Bye.
Bye.